What is going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Garrett, and today you're on the Outlaw Gary channel. So welcome back, all you fellow outlaws. Today we're talking about Red Dead Redemption 2 and things I am excited about for the future, as Rockstar recently released a brand new news article speaking about hunting, fishing, and all the wildlife species in Red Dead Redemption 2. So if Red Dead Redemption 2 is something you're super passionate about, if you want a place for your one-stop shop for news, tips and tricks, gaming, how-tos, and so much more, this is the spot. I did it with GTA 5. I want to do it with Red Dead Redemption 2. And I'm super good friends with the guys over at Rockstar. So let's just jump into this. Let's have a good time and let's cover this wildlife information. Here we go. So first things first, you need to know that in Red Dead Redemption 2, there's over 200 species of animals. Now, if you don't know what that means and what's going on, pretty much there's a lot of freaking animals. And I mean a lot. From like little tiny, probably like insects to fish, to birds, to bears, to bison, to everything in between of horses, coyotes, and so much more. The Red Dead Redemption 2 world is something that we've never seen before. We've never seen a game that has this much wildlife and this much life to it. I've seen some articles being written that Red Dead Redemption 2 just isn't a game. It's something like a way of living, and that the environment isn't just the environment. It's actually like a character, but you can't play the character, but it's a character that is gonna either kill you or try to befriend you, because anything can happen. You can be hunting one day, you know, trying to find an alligator to kill, and next thing you know, you're the one being hunted by a bear or something bigger. It's all possible in Red Dead Redemption 2. So with over 200 species of animals, they would be covering different things you can do with said animals when it comes to hunting and fishing. And you heard that correctly. There is definitely fishing in Red Dead Redemption 2. And it's something we covered in other videos on my main channel, discussing whether or not you guys were excited for fishing. And a lot of you guys were super pumped. And honestly, after reading this article that I'm gonna go over with you guys, I am pumped. So hunting and fishing are essential skills for survival in the wilderness, providing food, materials, and a source of income. Probably a great source of income. A huge variety of fish swim in the many rivers, lakes, and streams, and selecting the right bait or lure is key to success when you want to go fishing. It's like in real life, if you have the wrong bait and you're fishing a certain type of fish and they don't like that type of bait, they're not gonna bite. Same thing in Red Dead Redemption 2, and the same goes with hunting. If you have the wrong weapon, let's say you need a shotgun and you're hunting boar, but you have a bow or you have like a slingshot, it may not work out in your favor. And if it does work, you're maybe gonna get less money for the way the animal was killed. So you may be able to kill it, but the fur, the meat is not gonna be as of value as if you did it with the right weapon. I want to read a specific part of the Red Dead Redemption 2 article that I'm getting a lot of this information from, and it says, after a successful hunt, you can either skin and butcher the animal on the spot or take it with you whole. Just try not to leave it too long or the scavengers will come looking. Skins, parts, meat, and entire carcasses can be loaded onto your horse to be sold at the butchers in town, taken back to camp for the stew pot, or crafted into clothing or other items. The nature around you will provide for you. There's never for a reason for you or your camp to go hungry or cold, because when you need food, you can go get it. There's enough animals for you to go ahead and hunt. And that's the majority of Red Dead Redemption 2 when it comes to hunting and I guess fishing. It's just like, get out there and do it. As you guys can see from the first image we have right here, hunting wildlife provides valuable natural resources like meats, hides, and other useful materials. You can sell the meat and animal parts to butchers or general stores, donate them to your camp, or use them to cook and craft. For more exotic goods, bring your haul to a trapper. Trapper can go ahead and make your, I guess, goods into something more exotic, which is pretty dope. One thing I do love about Red Dead Redemption 2 and the hunting aspect that I've played in other games is the fact that if you shoot an animal and it starts bleeding, you can start tracking said animal. Of course, these animals are not going to go down with one shot like other hunting-esque games, or like GTA 5, where if you just shot an animal, it's dead. This game actually has a full-on hunting mechanic where you can go ahead and search for these animals once you've gone ahead and injured them if they've run off. Let's go and use this deer as an example, or this elk. This elk ran away. I tracked the blood and I found its dead body once it bled out. If shot properly, of course, the elk will die eventually. Depending on where you hit these animals, depends on how much damage you do to them, and how quickly they'll bleed out and die. If you just shoot them in, like, let's say the leg and it's not a big artery, they're not going to bleed out and die. They're just going to be injured. But if you hit them in like a major artery near the stomach or the side, they're going to bleed out and die. And that's when you track them and find them. This next weapon shows Arthur Morgan using a bow and arrow to take out a deer. Of course, selecting the right weapon is very important to the quality and yield from your kill. Bow and arrow is often the optimal weapon for clean kills. Approach prey quietly, cover your scent, or stay down to make it hard for animals to detect your presence, and use a call to draw attention before you make your final strike. It's always important to go ahead and make sure you have the proper weapon to go ahead and take out some of these animals. Of course, a bow and arrow may not work as effectively as a heavy caliber shotgun or a rifle when taking out a bear or an alligator or a hog or a coyote, but a bow and arrow might work for your smaller prey, which is really important. And of course, like hunting, fishing also yields useful materials and meat. So a range of species can be found in different habitats, and responding to different varieties of bait is very important when fishing. I think fishing and hunting are gonna be huge ways to make money in Red Dead Redemption 2, and I think it's gonna be pretty cool. Different ways you can go ahead and fish in the story mode are really important, and key fishing locations that I hope to provide to you guys in different areas you can find certain fish for the most amount of money. Of course, same thing goes with hunting. I want to be able to provide you guys with how-tos on how to find areas to go ahead and make the most amount of money for your hunt. The next section of this commentary is to be covering, of course, the wildlife, and inclusion with that wildlife. We have to discuss about the different horses coming to Red Dead Redemption 2. As many of you guys know, there are different types of horses in the world. And in this game specifically, there are 19 breeds of horses that range from like very small horses to very large horses, and all having their own purposes. Whether they are hauling horses where they can carry big logs and carry things cross country, or they're meant for speed and running. The variations of different horses this game offers are huge. So horses can be captured and broken out in the wild. So if you want to if you see a horse, you're like, oh man, I like that horse, I want it, you can get it. Or you can go ahead and purchase horses from stables, or you can go ahead and probably win them from like betting or other illicit and different ways that aren't very legal, but you can still win horses that way, like betting probably. Your horse in this game is your best friend. It's your constant companion, and you will rely on them just as heavily as your fellow gang members or even your weapon. So it's important to take good care of your animal. In Red Dead Redemption 2, you have to keep it groomed, you have to feed it, and of course, once you do these things by just taking care of it, the horse will go ahead and perform better over time. This is literally your best friend. And if you treat your best friend right, your best friend will treat you right, and it will just be a way better relationship between the horse. Think of your horse in this game as a car. If you don't get your car tuned, if you don't get the oil checks, if you don't repair the tires, if you don't just treat your car well, over time your car will break down. And same thing goes for your horse in Red Dead Redemption 2. If you don't take care of your horse, it's probably gonna die. One thing I loved about the article for horses is the fact that there's 59 different styles of coats and a huge range of customable tack, including saddles, horns, stirrups, spurs, and you can create a horse that is truly your own and develop a personal and unique relationship as you explore the world together. So it's like a really good experience to go ahead and have a horse that you can trust and you can customize. I think I saw, you know, horses going down this road because that's how it was in GTA 5. You can customize your cars. There's no real cars in this game. There's only really horses. So you can customize your horse, and it's pretty dope. So you'll be able to have custom horses, not only in single player, but most likely in online as well. So it's gonna be a great experience. Like I mentioned earlier with the customization, you can also go ahead and store weapons, outfits, masks, and hats in your horse's saddles. You can also stow fresh kills, birds, and small game can be attached to your saddle, or you can store larger game across your horse's rear. So anything is really possible as long as you have a great relationship with your horse. Of course, over time, as you and your horse develop this bond and great relationship, you'll also be unlocking bonding perks and rewards for creating this long-lasting relationship with your horse. So it's really, really important. I think it's one of the most important things about Red Dead Redemption 2 is to create a good relationship with your horse. Feed it, groom it, take care of it. It's pretty simple, but I feel like a lot of people are going to fail to do that. It is what it is, and I want to hear your thoughts. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about all this information, all this news. If you guys are new around here, please hit that subscribe button and show that support. If you watched all the way to the end, let me know in the comment section what your favorite part about the future of Red Dead Redemption 2 and how big of an impact this game is going to have in the gaming world. Without further ado, my name is Garrett. Of course, this is Outlaw Gary here on the channel, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with a brand new video. Later, guys.